187 crew. Tampa Bay Damage has played a great event thus far. They are 3-0 heading into this match, as they have defeated Vicious, Impact, and also Revo. So taking on 187. Off the breakout here.
5 alive. Yeah. Oh, no, they take out Damage, loses one in the Dorito corner, and 187 loses on the Snake corner.
Yeah, so Smith coming off for Tampa Bay Damage. It looks like, I think, Zaleski taking the walk for upTon 187 crew. Yeah, it is. And then another body also. So Jacob Edwards and Brian Smith dead for Tampa Bay Damage. So just 3 players left alive. Looking at 4 bodies for upTon 187. Mantoni, Jarula, and Pike. And a good crossfield spread. Uh-oh. Looks like 187 is going to have a bot. I think that, who is that? Oh, so Matt Jarula loses a gunfight to Keith Brown. So Keith Brown, I think he might have shot both of them. So Keith Brown off to the races after that. Blew a huge, wide open hole for himself. And here comes Keith Brown, going to win this point for Tampa Bay Damage. That was beautiful.
Shooting both guys on the Snake here. And look, 187 had an advantage there for like 10 seconds, and then Keith said, nah, not today. And just turned it right there. Boom.
Well, we
Two guys.
We had talked earlier on in this tournament how sometimes in this league you have to create windows for yourself. And that's exactly what Keith Brown just did, you know, and it wasn't looking good for them right away. They were actually down a body, but Keith Brown wins a gunfight against Jarula. You can see Jarula in frustration, kind of looking towards the sky, and then another body comes out of the Snake. Nice job by Keith Brown. Let's check out this game matchup here between these two teams. You got to give the advantage on paper to Tampa Bay Damage. They had a pretty good year, played in the finals. You know, not the year they wanted to have. Started off bad for them. They had playing a relegation game. They won it, stayed in the Champions Division, and then, you know, slowly but surely started to work their way up. But they've been playing the past couple tournaments with some fire. They're one of the better looking teams out here in the prelims. And 187, you know, again, they can beat big teams, but they just haven't been able to put enough wins together here in the prelims. So let's check in with Lauren Kelly. She has an update from the Challengers field for us.
Hey Maddie, quick update from the Challenger field. VCK was going up against Storm, and it may have been the slowest, lowest scoring match of the day. The final score was 2-1 with VCK winning. They were both tied at 1-1 within the first 3 minutes, and then they had a 17-minute point. 4-on-4, 17 minutes long, but VCK was able to pull out that win 2-1. Right now we have Boom and Thunder going at it. Thunder is up by 1 point, 3-2. They've been playing really strong, so we'll see if they can pull out another win here. Back to you.
Wow, a 17-minute point. That is definitely the long. That's one. I think that's probably the longest point of the year by far.
I agree.
And on this layout, this is an aggressive layout. We haven't really seen a ton of teams take it to time. So the fact that they finished out 2-1, that must have been a, you know, very close match between those guys. So 18:37 just got going here. Left in this match between Damage and 187, and the first strike went to Damage because of Keith Brown. So now with about 10 seconds to go before the start of this next point, both teams at full strength, 5 players alive. Here we go, Damage on your left and 187 on your right. Off the breakout. Damage with a more aggressive breakout on the D side of the field particularly. They take D1, and there goes off to the races, getting all the way to the 50-yard line. They do lose Paul Everett, though, so a 1-body advantage to 187. 2-body advantage. They lose Timmy Probst, too, but they have better field position, and he's starting to do damage from there. So body comes off. Nick Roberts gets shot, trying to get to the Snake. I don't think they know that he's in the 50-yard line, Dorito, because I don't see anybody shooting at him.
They don't know at all, and they're going to find out soon enough. Oh.
Yes, they are.
Did they pick him off?
Yeah, they did pick him off. So
right
he went creeping a little bit too much, but hey.
Dalton Vanderbilt could have been the hero right there, but ended up getting taken out. So he got shot by Max Trailer, but body's still coming off right now for 187. Another body comes off for Damage, though. So 187 looks like they could win this one, as it's just Dan Holiday. It's 3-on-1 right now. Dan Holiday, back corner bunker, D side of the field. Here comes the attack on your screen, as Max Trailer, who was the one that got that shot on Dalton Vanderbilt to stop his killing spree. And now, Max Trailer, and Holiday has no idea that he's there, so, and he gets to get that shot.
On the pack right there. Nice shot across the field by Max Trailer. And 187 looking clean, man. Damage looking really good earlier, but Max Trailer taking the last shot across the field.
So beautiful work there by 187, particularly Max Trailer. 3 confirmed kills for him in that point. Greg Lazat shot the other 2, getting Probst and El Yusuf. So we're going to have a 1-1 score here with 17:01 to go, and we'll be right back. Stick with us.
They say paintball is 90% mental. The mental aspect of our sport goes far beyond game plans and visualization. Now more than ever, Empire provides an unmatched support system for you both on and off the field. Having this level of support allows you to focus on the things that you need to go out there and get the job done. The Empire All-In Sponsorship Program. Thousands of players, hundreds of teams, one family, one support system.
Taking a look in Tampa Bay Damage's pit right now. There's El Yusuf. And, you know, so even game right now between these teams here, but early on in this matchup, so lots of game to play. And we will have one more game and a very important game after this, because if Damage does defeat cRew, cRew's playing in another relegation game. Damage moves on. Damage is most likely going to move on even if they win, but things will get interesting. So we'll see, because even if they... So Impact and Vicious are both 2-1 right now. Damage is 3-0. So even if Damage loses, that puts him at 3-1. And so the winner, yeah, so Damage is going to go on most likely regardless here.
Yeah, and Damage is playing really good right now. I mean, comparatively.
Well, at this tournament, absolutely. But right now, this game yet to be decided. We got ourselves a close game. Thomas Mantoni got shot out, and so did Jacob Edwards. So still close here. Better field position on the Snake side right now for Damage. Damage crawling past the 50-yard line. Both teams have a player in the center.
Oh, look at that. Jarula goes around and takes out Chad.
And Smoke Smith.
Oh, what a you see that? That was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, nice work by Matt Derula. You know, a highly touted rookie. Matt Derula coming up from the Northeast, and heard a lot of good things about this guy and just showed us what he's capable of right there. Comes around, smashes down on Chad Bouzier, who's in the same bunker with him, and then also has the, you know, the mental focus to try to look around, make sure everything's around him is clear. It's not. Smith was right there, and he smoked Smith too. I think he just got shot by his own player.
He just did.
Yeah, so somebody shot him in the pack.
Bummer. That was
looked like Dan Zaleski going out to the Snake corner, just trying to put a shot across the field, and
I mean, I'm just shaking my head.
Just ices Matt Derula. He's just going to work up there, and
I mean, it's hard enough when you're playing Damage if you're not shooting your own guys. So let's hope for Dan Zaleski's sake. That might have just cost 187 the point here. Now it's just Dan Zaleski alive because Roberts got shot by Brown. It's kind of a bloody point here. So after the chaos, it's just Zaleski in the back corner bunker. He looks like he was the only one that could have shot Dan Zaleski in the pack. And
wow.
Hey, things happen out there.
They do.
It does happen, but that is a really bad luck play right there. Well, let's see if Dan Zaleski can redeem himself by taking down Jason Edwards and Keith Brown. That is going to be a tough thing to do, though.
Oh, he just takes out Keith
in the
Brown,
face.
clips him.
Wow, you see that shot?
So now it's a one-on-one here. One-on-one, Jason Edwards and Dan Zaleski.
That's a great one-on-one right there, Matty.
Yeah, Zaleski arguably the best player.
Oh, and he just takes out.
Oh, I was just going to say Edwards. I give it to Edwards.
And he just
Well, he won. Jason Edwards taking that victory here for Tampa Bay Damage, but you know, you got to put a little bit of the guilt there on Dan Zaleski, though he did pull it to a one-on-one. It looked like he did shoot Matt Derula, who was just dominating up in the center and feeling it in the pack. So Now the score is going to go 2-1, and those are the little things we keep talking about with 187. Just, you know, such a talented roster, starting to develop the depth that they need, but just keep making these little mistakes in these important games. Let's look at the event fantasy score leaders here for this event. Konstantin Fedorov sitting #1 with 6,400 points. He's played 38 points, 38 kills for him. He's also the kill count leader for the event. Archie Montemayor has played 33 points and killed 31 players. And Marcelo Margot, Colt Roberts, and Alexander Malloy Burtnikov ending up in 5th place here. So let's check out a replay. I'm hoping this is, if we can get Matt Drula to get shot in the pack, that would be great. No, that's kind of a, there's Smith. That's Matt Drula just dropping Smith to the ground.
That was a great move, Matty.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Matt Drula to take out Smith. And then here's that one-on-one after Keith Brown got shot by Zaleski.
Edwards.
Yeah, Edwards wrapping around there in the center.
Timmy Probst.
So with 14:39 to go, 2-1 the score. Second to last game here are the prelims. Damage pretty much already in the semifinals after they dominated the first 3 games that they played. Wouldn't say they dominated against Impact. They won 6-5, but they've done some very solid work out here on this particular layout in front of their hometown crowd. 187 here, now spilling out on the field, getting ready to roll. You have Max Traylor, William Huntoon, Greg Lazat, Nick Roberts, and Matt Drula. Tampa Bay starts El Yusuf, Vanderbilt, Everett, Holiday, and Probst for this one.
And 187 all the way to the Snake, makes it in. It's going right around Snake 3. And here comes the ref coming in to check. Hopefully he's not hit. And he looks like he's clear. He's clear, so 187 makes it in. Damage loses 2 on the break. Walking off El Yusuf and Timmy Probst.
So this is what 187 needed to happen. They could tie it up right now. If they can execute on this Snake side, which is there, and they're starting to will down Damage's line. Everett takes the walk, and just the last player left alive was Dan Holiday, and you can hear upTon 187, man, everywhere we go, we're not anywhere close to the Northeast, but every time that 187 plays, the crowd is...
They bring the crew.
Yeah, because there's a lot of divisional teams from up in that area, and they definitely come over to watch the best team from their area. So, tie ball game right now. No one died for 187 in that last point. Awesome job. We'll be right back.
Hey, John, come in here.
I just want to shove it down your throat. Plain and simple, I want to end the game in 10 seconds. That's all I'm saying, is punch first. Everybody, okay? And if you punch somebody first and they stumble, what do, man? You punch them again and again and again. This is all this is a fight.
Taking a look over at the 10-man field.
Yeah, 10-man field.
Yeah, it looks like an awesome. You know, we talked to actually got to talk a chance to talk to John Dresser from PB Nation, old school Far Side player. They actually, that's the cool thing about the World Cup and the 10-man is that so many guys come out of the woodworks, and so they put the Far Side team back together as an old school team from the Upper Midwest, and you know, competing over there. So, you know, so many different elements and facets of encompassing all of paintball here. There's the UWL, there's college paintball, NCPA, and then also 10-man, and you know, all across all of the Race 2 divisions. And that's one of the great things that you see all of these divisional teams from around the world all come into this one place to throw down. And there's so many strong divisional leagues out there right now. Rab, you have one down in Texas. There's another good one, the minor league paintball.
ILP,
yeah.
MSXL, WCPPL.
And you know, hearing that we're getting like 70 teams at these regional events really shows you that
paintball's growing.
Yeah,
again,
at least you know, at that level. So really good looks for that. So here we go. Tampa Bay Damage struggling again over here. Chad Bougier getting shot. Keith Brown gets shot. This is what 187 needed to create for themselves. So nice off-the-break shooting for upTon 187 crew as Dan Zaleski gets up, and he has some great angles. Yeah, gets a shot on Jacob Edwards. And now it's not looking good here for Tampa Bay Damage.
Look at that. Here's a
Put pressure
no
right
penalty.
here.
Looking good, man. 187 just coming hard.
Yeah, and Zaleski is going to finish off.
Wearing him out.
The last player, and it was Brian Smith, got stuck in that back center. So again, another point where 187 not getting anybody shot. And as Trailer, Zaleski, Mantoni, Drula, and Pike all combined here. Looks like Pike got himself 1, Trailer 1, and Dan Zaleski 3 confirmed kills for him. And that, actually no, Max Trailer is still the kill count leader, even with that 3-pack from Zaleski. So 187 is going to take a 1-point lead here with 12:41. So amazing work by upTon 187 to not only stay in this game, but now take a 1-point lead. As we're looking at Thomas Mantoni, the veteran, for 187 in the pits.
Coach, I'm going to keep Derula out there right now because he's having a game.
Yeah, and so we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Stick with us. Getting right back to the action here. Onlookers from the pits hoping that their boys can get it done for them. Now 187 loses a body, but Tampa Bay Damage continuing to struggle over here, snake side of the field. Uh-oh, referee Spocken on Timmy Prost.
So close.
But he's clean. So right now, with the Zaleski all the way.
There's on the field, Matty.
Zaleski all the way down on the snake side, but the Dorito side is chaos. Looks like a penalty was assessed. No, actually no penalty. I don't see anything. No, there is somebody in the box.
Penalty on Greg Lazat.
But it was a minor.
It was a minor.
And so, but Zaleski gets shot, and Damage has completely blown open that D side of the field because of that Greg Lazat minor penalty.
But here comes the pay for Max Trailer. He's gonna get worked out. Oh, well, there it is.
Wow.
And scene.
I mean, 187's flying down the snake. Guys are getting penalties in the back corner.
Oh, another penalty too. No, never mind. That was a pod.
Damage is running down the Dorito side. This was just chaos.
That was a very chaotic point.
I was going to say, I couldn't follow anything.
Most of the chaos went down on that D side because of the penalty. So the penalty flag was thrown. Greg Lazat comes off, brings a buddy with him, Matt Derula, and that opened things up. Dan Zaleski had made it all the way down onto Damage's side of the field. And
went after some of the Damage. I mean, he was trying to
get it, but he got shot out. And they only lost one. They lost Ramzi Al-Yusuf, but he died kind of early. So at the beginning of that point, it looked like it could go either way. Particularly, it looked like it might have been advantage 187 because Zaleski made it so far, but that Greg Lazat penalty really stopped the momentum here for upTon 187 crew, which is then now going to tie this game up here at 3. So 3 points for Damage, 3 for upTon. And we have some game to play. 11:41 left to go here in this race to 7 points. Second to last game here in the prelims. We'll also keep that information coming to you from the divisional, the Challengers Division field with Boom and Thunder and VCK and Aftershock to finish out the day. And then also we have a very important match, the most important match of the afternoon bracket, because it will decide who is going to go on to join Damage in the semifinals here. And so, you know, we have yet to figure out who's going to win this game, but even if Damage loses this game and goes 3-1, and because then there's only one team potentially that could go 3-1 too. It's whoever wins that last game. So Damage is in no matter what. Looks like Upton's going to be playing. Well, it could come down to who plays the relegation game, because whoever loses the Impact Vicious game is going to go 2-2. So if cRew can win this, it could save them from having to play in a relegation game. So that's what they're playing for right now.
And they've been, like you said, the relegation killer all year. So I would think
Yes.
David Painter would probably prefer not them to be there
yeah.
at all, to play that game, because, guys, let's just not play. Let's just start the year there.
You know, and I've talked to Dave. I love Dave Painter. He's a great guy, and he knows. We talk back and forth about what 187 needs to work on, but you know, they just need to bring that same intensity that they bring to those relegation games to every game that they play.
I agree with you, Matty, for 100%.
So
on the breakout.
187 makes it in, going around the snake 50. It looks like, and here's a red flag.
Oh, major penalty on Chad Bougier.
So this is exactly what 187 wanted to happen. Now the door's open for them if they can keep bodies alive, but they keep losing bodies.
Oh, wow.
Trailer dies. And
here comes Keith Brown.
So Keith Brown, but off to the races on the D side is 187, but he gets chewed up. So it looks like
it's a one-on-one.
What? Is it
one-on-one?
Right
There's a
wow.
guy in the back corner.
It is a one-on-one. Wow. That just happened. Self-proclaimed Keith Brown. I'm faster than God.
Yeah. So Keith Brown now closing the gap here, and it looks like he takes him out.
And he takes him out.
Oh!
What a shot. Needs to hit the horn right away because they're in the penalty box.
All right.
Wow.
So Keith Brown is going to get that last kill, and that was gigantic point win here for Damage. And they're going to concede the point. So unfortunately for Upton 187 crew, that
just happened.
That's happening 2 points in a row.
Well, you get a major penalty on the other team. So if you're 187, major penalty happens. So I look over at that, I see the major penalty, thinking, oh, this is the chance for Upton right now. But then I look over and just see bodies dropping, and then Keith Brown. What a heads-up play by Keith. You know, maintains his composure, stays focused, understands, okay, well, we just lost a bunch of guys. We've got a major penalty. This is an incredibly crucial point to win, but let's check in with the official call with CJ Traub.
We had a major penalty on number 7 for Tampa Bay Damage, playing on, obvious hit.
So that is Chad Bougier, who is going to have to spend the next minute and 21 seconds in the box. So Tampa Bay now up by 1 here against Upton. Upton kind of dropping the ball a little bit over there. Got a gift in that major penalty, but they still have the possibility to come back, tie it up right now. They're going to be at 5 strong, and with a minute and 21 seconds of a power play and 10:43 to go. So lots of game left to play. We're probably going to see this one go to the 7-point mark. And this is a tough one to call. I do like seeing the fight that I'm seeing out of Upton. I mean, still making a few small mistakes, but playing some solid paintball here and hanging with one of the better teams. They've proven that is, you know, coming in to play Damage 3-0 right now. No one's beat them yet. Upton trying to give them their first loss, and that's the thing. If Upton can beat Tampa Bay Damage, then they could potentially avoid a relegation game. And if they have to go play another relegation game, that'll be 4 relegation games that they have to play this year.
Wow. Bummer.
But they've never been. They didn't ever go down to the challengers in those 3 games. They put up a hell of a fight against those guys in those games, beat some big teams, and set a lot of names down to the challengers division. Off the break here on a low body, it looks like almost another. I was going to say, looks like another penalty on El Yusuf, and or a penalty on El Yusuf, another penalty for Damage, and so that is going to kill things for Damage over here, snake side. And
wow, look at this. Here comes 187 cruising down the snake side, which they should be.
So this is 187's point here. They need to score a quick one, though, and try to keep that major penalty time. The minor will come off when they win this point.
Wow.
So Jarula clearing the field. Jarula going to hang it up. So Matt Jarula, 4 confirmed kills for him, 6 for Trailer, 3 for Lazat, and 4 for Zaleski. So a very good spread right there on the kill count for Upton 187. They're going to tie it up right now. And El Yusuf, but that penalty was a minor. It will come off. But the major's still going to stay on.
Going.
So still 42 seconds left on the power play for Upton. So we'll see if they can take advantage of that and put, you know, the leading point up on Damage right now. But we'll be right back after this.
with a minor penalty on number 12 for damage playing on unobvious hit.
So unobvious hit equals minor penalty. And also coming off the clock, and it looks like a timeout being called, so we're going to head down, check in with the fourth member of our broadcast team, Lauren Kelly.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm here with Eddie Painter right now. 187 and Damage are tied 4-4. This has been an awesome match, one of the most exciting we've seen this afternoon. Now, going into that last point, Damage was going in with a penalty. They were bodied down. You had been in that situation yesterday, as we spoke about, and a team was able to get points up on you during that penalty. So going into this, having been on that side of the table before, what kind of play did you want to run to make sure you could take advantage of that?
We can't let them get out wide. We got to shoot their wide guy. When they have 4 bodies, they need to get out wide to slow this field down. It's the only way. So
you guys seem to be playing a real fast game. We've seen you have a lot of fast, aggressive points. What is the most aggressive play or breakout in your opinion?
snake off the break. You get in there without them being in there, and you can end the game real quick.
All right, well, we'll see if they can keep it up. Right now, it's tied 4-4. We'll see who takes the lead.
So one Tampa Bay Damage player, Chabuzier, hiding from the sun, which is beginning to set in the western sky here, Central Florida, the fantasy of flight. It has been a beautiful day.
I was going to say that, Matty. So beautiful.
It's been a beautiful weekend. Obviously, you know, we're in Florida. It's a little hot, a little humid, but no rain. That's a blessing.
I'll deal with that.
Well, it's not.
Okay.
Knock on wood.
What we've had to do this year, this tower has been moving. We had tornadoes cruising to the right, lightning hitting to the left.
Frigid cold in Dallas.
I was good. Maddie and I, we were freezing.
Tornadoes. Yeah. So, you know, as always, referees out there in control of the safety and also the rules of the game. So the referees corner everybody on, and thus avoiding any issues with guns. We haven't seen really any issues with guns since last year when the Tauntauns got caught in that controversial hot gun fiasco, which, I don't know, there was a big deal was made out of that. A lot of hate sent the Tauntauns' way, but I'm still a big fan of that team. I used to not be having to go over and play the Tauntauns all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But I really like Colombo, Velo, Kevin Klung, Pizon. I got a chance to spend some time with Pizon when I was over in Paris, and you know, just really good guys, man. So anyway, and they've been holding it down for Moscow Legion. They've earned my respect because of how good at paintball they are, and how much they're into the grind. So, but Moscow, we'll see them in a relegation game tomorrow. We'll see if the Frenchmen can and those Russian veterans can hold it down and maintain their spot in the Champions Division for 2015's first event. But right now, these two teams fighting it out. See who's going to win this one. 187 must win this game to potentially avoid a relegation game. Doesn't mean they won't that they're going to avoid it for sure, because we still have to see what happens in the next match.
Oh, look at that. 187 gets in. It's going down snake side. It gets clipped, getting too sloppy. Brian Smith's walking out for Tampa Bay Damage. So 3 damage players alive. Dorito corner, back center. Dorito side Aztec. So look for 187. They need to get down the snake side. There's 9 seconds left, and they get themselves in position, Maddie, to shoot that guy coming out of the box.
Yeah, then you hope that you pick the right side, too, or that you could potentially get in a spot where you can shoot both sides. Chabuzier comes snake side, tries to get out back corner bunker, and he makes it out clean. Nice job by Chabuzier to get out. That's a cruiser, because no one was over here on the snake side of the field. So that is going to start slowing the roll of upTon 187 crew, and also even up the count right now. Brian Smith was shot by Max Trailer, and Nick Roberts got shot by Jason Edwards. So 4 bodies alive for both teams right now. Damage on your left, 187 on your right. And pretty even on the field position right now, Rab.
Yeah, 187 being the snake 50, good position. They need to start moving that Dorito side, because Damage is just content with that back line right now. I don't see them moving anytime soon until they get the right elimination on 187. But 187's got to find a way to get down that Dorito side.
Well, right now, 187 has greatly improved their position here on the snake side. 50-yard line bunker right now.
And with 187 here at the snake, he'll keep those guys on the Dorito side, or they're going to have a little bit harder time moving down. And that's why 187 needs to get someone down this Dorito side to keep these guys to turn their guns. That'll allow 187 to start working the snake side a little bit.
Well, it's 4-4 right now, Steve.
Yeah.
8 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, a lot of game to play and
lot of
tie
game.
game right
And
now.
we just had a 17-point.
17
minute-
minutes.
17 point?
Yeah, 17
17
minute,
point?
17
Nice.
point. 17
Nice.
minute game over there in the Challengers field. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, so, you know, again, anyone's game at this point, body advantage. No one has a body advantage, but the field advantage right now goes to 187 because of their position at the 50-yard line of the snake. But you want to talk about a team that's hard to dig out of back bunkers? Well, that's Tampa Bay Damage. Incredibly hard team to dig out of back bunkers. When you have 4 of them in those solid crossed-up line, it's going to be very difficult. Now, Jason Edwards improves his position. You can see they're dead center of your screen. Tries to get a better shot on Max Trailer, who is really leading the pack right now. And no surprise there for upTon 187 crew. 7 confirmed kills for Max Trailer. Matthew Jarula also contributing here a lot as well with 4 confirmed, along with Josh Pike, one of those younger players that really needs to develop to really give 187 that deeper roster, and they are absolutely starting to develop, and the 4 confirmed kills against Tampa Bay Damage is proving that. So still another long point here.
6:50 left in this match. 4-4. 187 at the snake 50. Looks like Jason Edwards here's in the little wedge on the snake side. And he moves into snake 1.
Yeah, so now also coming over to help him out here, D side, Matt Jarula for upTon 187, number 3, which is going to help out Trailer, because before that, Trailer was by himself over here, which is going to slow him down because he doesn't have anybody to help him put anybody in, so he's got to earn every head check. And now Jason Edwards backing up off the bunker. You're looking at Trailer on your screen right now, but on the guy that's opposing him in the snake is way off of it. Look at this. You see the split screen. Look how far Jason Edwards is off of this snake, and I think he might have got the shot cross field.
He did.
He did, too. Nice call, Matty. That was a great shot.
Wow, that was an impressive shot by Jason Edwards. And now Jason Edwards is going to try to take out Trailer. He doesn't.
And
need
he
to do
does,
it.
too.
No, it was Chad Bougier,
Okay.
and then Bright, who leapfrogs past him, past Jason Edwards. So what a solid veteran play here by Chad Bougier.
Wow.
And Jason Edwards, like Chad Bougier might have caught one too. No, he didn't. So it's 3-on-1 right now. And it looks like Damage is going to probably make quick work of the last player left alive for upTon and take a slight lead with not a lot of time left now. It's starting to get to that 5-minute mark, just a quarter of the game left. And Chad Bougier going to hang it up. So solid work by Dalton Vanderbilt. 4 confirmed kills. Jason Edwards, 8 confirmed kills for him, and he got 3 of them in this point. Very creative play by Jason Edwards. He came from the center, got into the snake, backed way up off that bunker to drop that shot in on the rookie Matt Jarula. So, you know, that's a veteran showing a rookie how you get creative out there to try to break a stalemate point. Beautiful work there. Let's check out this breakout here.
Split screen.
So on the split screen breakout mirrored up, you can kind of see who beats who to their bunkers. Getting the look this way. And it was, yeah, so you can see gets clipped in the shoulder right there. And that was Brian Smith, one of the big weapons on the snake side for Tampa Bay Damage. And then off that, there goes Trailer into the snake and immediately gets up into the 50-yard line. Oh no, actually no, that wasn't Max Trailer. That was who was that? Can't remember. But then Trailer took a spot. I think it might have been Dan Zaleski. But solid work. Now we're looking at, there's Jason Edwards, the man of that last point with his 3-pack and getting creative to break the stalemate point. You got Timmy Probst right next to him. And it looks like a timeout has been called. Probably, yeah, it looks like by upTon. So 5 minutes and 16 seconds to go here. And each team has 1 timeout that they can use. And normally timeouts are used for 2 reasons. One, if you have massive problems that you need to fix or
break momentum
yeah,
of the other team.
Or to break the momentum. Those are the 2 reasons you'll see timeouts. Or, you know, another, you could throw a third in there. Or to go over an important game plan for a crucial point, which is what we're going to see right here. So as 187 goes to the drawing board to try to come up with a game plan here to match Tampa Bay Damage, try to tie this game up. We'll be right back. So welcome back here, 2014 PSP World Cup. Man, this has been a very awesome matchup between two teams. It would be good, particularly for 187 to get a win here. If 187 can somehow get a win, then they could potentially avoid a relegation game. We have to see what's going to happen in the next matchup. And also the next matchup is going to decide not only who plays in relegation, but who goes to the semifinals. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly down in the pits.
Hey guys, I'm standing here with Chad Bougere. Now, that was a really important point for you guys to win, and you were coming out of the box. You went to the snake corner, which is really far to run to. Why did you choose to go to that bunker?
Because at that point in the game, we were all stuck inside. With nobody in the corner of the snake for us, it makes it really easy for them to come down the snake. So I figure if I can at least get out to the corner, that draws their attention out there, frees up our guys to take a move possibly while I'm running out there. And then I think I'm fast enough to make it out there anyway, so I'm going for it. So.
You looked fast, and you looked pretty good on the snake side out there. We don't usually see that. We'll see if 187 can tie it up.
One of the things about picking up Dalton Vanderbilt this season was that let Coach Kevin Brettauer really start playing jazz with Chad Bougere. So Chad Bougere has really become their versatile weapon. They put him all over the place now. Now off the break, aggressive breakout up the center, and also look at this huge move on the D side, flying in, and I don't think that 187 has picked it up yet.
Wow.
187 losing 2 bodies now, 3 bodies left alive. They do have a thorn in Tampa Bay Damage's side. And it looks like Brian Smith thought he might have got clipped, but he didn't. So Max Trailer dead for 187. They also lost, and now they lose a 3rd body as Dan Zaleski tries to get in this snake and gets chopped to bits.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh!
So 187 conceding the point to Tampa Bay Damage, which puts them 1 point away from victory here. But it was looking bad for them, and they had no choice but to concede the point, save the pain for Matt Drool up in the center, who was
possible penalty, because when you're in those situations, that's when those guys just start spinning.
Yep.
So good move on that coach.
Yeah, so 4 minutes and 42 seconds again that preserved the time. With upTon down by 2 now, they're going to need it if they want to get back in this match. They need to go back to what was working before, really trying to, and I know they're trying to get those off the break shots down, because that's kind of been the difference here. And also really kind of digging deep when you get those close points. You got to win the close points, man. Keith Brown doing really good. Dalton Vanderbilt, Jason Edwards, and Keith Brown are really stepping up for Tampa Bay Damage in this match. We saw Keith Brown have some pretty amazing points early on. 7 confirmed kills for Keith Brown. Some good stellar play over here. 9 for Jason Edwards. So some good work by some guys on Tampa Bay Damage there to pull within 1 point of victory. If they win this game, they'll be the only team that went 4-0 in the Champions Division in the prelims, making them the favorite for tomorrow's semifinal matchup. Don't know who they're going to be playing yet. From bracket 1, whereas Art Chaos, Legion, Ironman, Heat, and X Factor. Legion and Heat will be playing in the relegation game tomorrow, not against each other. An Art Chaos and the Ironman move on, and poor X Factor went 3-1, but based on the tiebreaker rules,
saved themselves.
They did save themselves from playing a relegation game, but it's got to be very tough to go 3-1 with a huge point differential and still not be playing in the semifinals. But last year they went 2-2, and it made it skated in and ended up winning. So, and I was talking to Ryan Brand, the coach of X Factor, about that, and he was like, yeah, it definitely sucks, and I wish it wasn't that way. But
they played really good today.
We played good, so we feel good. But also, last year we went 2-2, this year 3-1, and we didn't make it in. Whatever, it's just the paintball gods messing with our heads.
Yeah. 3-1, man.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So on the breakout here, 187 in the snake, and it looks like they kept 5 alive. No, they lose a body on the D side, and they lose another
2.
one. So that's
right
probably
away, Maddie.
That's probably going to do it. That's going to open up the D side. Tampa Bay Damage 5 strong right now, so it's just going to be a matter of time, unless maybe Matarula, Zaleski, and Trailer, who are the most kills on their team right now. Those are the 3 best players this game for upTon 187 crew. Maybe they can pull something out.
They lose, they're playing the snake.
Yeah,
Zaleski's
I say no.
Taken out, and here comes Jacob Edwards down left side of the A, and that looks to be.
Oh, look at this move at the middle. That's what I'm talking about. See?
Yeah, Jacob Edwards drops the hammer and then just takes a gigantic sledgehammer to put the coffin nail in by letting rookie Matt Jarula know what's up. And nobody died for Tampa Bay Damage. So that is going to do it here in this matchup. Tampa Bay Damage will take the victory 7-4.
Wow. So hey, still great game, man. Across the board.
Yeah, that was a great game. That was one of the better games that we have seen out here this weekend, and it just kind of is a testament to how scrappy and tough 187 cRew is. And though they end up going 1-3, which means that they are going to be playing in a relegation game. Unfortunately, again, that's their 4th relegation game in a row that 187 is going to be playing here. But it's not like they haven't been, just icing people down in those games. 187 is undefeated in relegation games in 2014, and they're going to have to go down there and they're going to have to do it again. So they're going to be playing against either Moscow Red Legion or who's the other team that in the first one? It was Houston Heat. So they're going to play Houston Heat or they're going to play Moscow Red Legion in a relegation game tomorrow morning. But huge game coming up next. This is the game that is going to decide who's going to be playing in the semifinals. If Vicious can defeat Impact, they will go 3-1 and they will move on. And if Impact defeats Vicious, they will be 3-1 and they will move on. The loser of that game will finish middle of the pack. They won't have to play a relegation game, but they will be safe in the Champions Division, so they will be able to move and not, and play with the best teams in the world for the first event of 2015. So, looking at those kill counts, Jason Edwards ended up putting up a huge kill count number, 10 confirmed kills for Jason Edwards in that match. Beautiful work by Tampa Bay Damage. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Thanks, Maddie. I'm standing here with Jacob Edwards. Jacob, that was an amazing last point, and you had a nice little victory run there. And then you guys didn't see it, but he totally collapsed to the ground when he got off of the field because it's a little hot out here.
It's a little hot.
Yeah, but going into that point, you had a nice run through. What did you see that made you know that you could run through and really finish it out?
Right before I did it, I shot my mirror, which was the only guy on my side, so I knew that was open. And I saw the snake eyes just running down, so I knew it was only one guy left. So I found him and took him out.
It was a pretty back and forth match there in the beginning. 187 got the lead a couple times, but after you guys got Chad out of the box and you got rid of that penalty, you took all the points from that point on. What did you adjust that helped you get that win?
We didn't really adjust much. It's just playing down on this field. It's really, really hard. But we did switch a couple lanes, shoot their snake guys, like overpower over there, and we started getting kills on the break, and that's what really started opening it up.
This is typically a pretty fast-paced field. How do you know when you want to slow it down and wait for the other team to make the move?
I'm really not sure. I guess when you're up on points and little time for them to come back, you could slow it down. We are really good at changing the pace of the game, so that's like our strong point.
I've never really seen Chad Bougere play the snake side, so when he went to the corner snake and then dove into the snake side, he ran so far. Were you pretty surprised by him getting in there and executing that?
No, we're all pretty versatile players. We can play anywhere. That's why we're pro and one of the top teams. But no, anyone on our team can play anywhere. So it's great to have that.
All right, well, congratulations. Damage has gone undefeated in the prelims. Next up, we have our last match of the day, Impact versus Vicious. Whoever loses this one will be going home, so it's important. Stay tuned.